This video is sponsored by Paul Reed Smith. Hi there, Perfecto Castro here and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. PRS has updated the Sonzera 20 all-tube guitar amp. And I have this fine specimen right here in my studio. So in this video, I will run it through its paces. We'll check out some tones. I'm gonna play a couple of non-PRS guitars through it. And I'm gonna try to answer some of the burning questions found in the comments of other Sonzera 20 videos. Big thanks to PRS for sponsoring this video and for sending me my very own Sonzera 20 guitar amp to enjoy. If at any point in this video I have convinced you to buy your very own Sonzera 20, please use my affiliate links to Sweetwater and Thumman in the video description. Help the channel out. Okay, before we dive into the details, here is a jam track I wrote inspired by the Sonzera 20. Enjoy. The PRS Sonzera is not a stranger here on my channel. I put out a video a couple years back on the older, bigger brother, the Sonzera 50, which I won in a raffle at the LA Amp Show. And while I truly enjoyed that amp, it sounded very good, it was an unapologetic tube amp. So you have to crank it to a certain volume level to get all that sonic goodness. And at 50 watts, it got pretty loud. So PRS took all the feedback and comments from the initial Sonzera run and applied tweaks and improvements to the current version of the Sonzera 20. So quick rundown of the specs. The Sonzera 20 is an all-tube amp with two channels, a clean channel and a dirty channel. Now, even though it's rated at only 20 watts, it uses two 6L6 power tubes, which is interesting to me because 6L6s are usually reserved for bigger tube amps, 40 watts and above. And as for the preamp tubes, it uses four 12AX7s or ECC83s. The clean channel only has 3 controls, bass, treble, and volume, while the gain channel has 5 controls, bass, middle, treble, level, and drive. The gain channel also has its own bright switch. And on top of all of that, you get 2 more global controls. one for overall presence, and the other one controls the 3-spring tube-driven reverb. And the back panel has access to the transparent effects loop, different speaker outputs if you want to run the Sonzera 20 through external cabs, and the input for the 2-button foot switch. Okay, now let's check out some tones. First, I'm going to use my Shabbat Leopard. And this is a style of guitar, I believe, that hasn't been run through any of the Sonzera 20 videos on YouTube yet. So this will be interesting. Okay, here we go. Channel 1. So channel 1 is nice and clean and chime-in. Has that classic American tube guitar amp voicing. That fits this particular style of guitar. Now on the jam track, all the clean tones that you heard was just this guitar going straight into the channel 1 of the Sonzera 20. Now let's talk about the reverb. So even though it is a 3-spring reverb, it does not go into surf territory. You know, even if I turn it all the way up. So you still get a nice balance of the dry clean signal with the reverb just blooming around it, as opposed to the reverb taking over the guitar sound. Even in the most extreme settings, you don't lose your guitar tone amidst all that ambience. Now let's move on to the gain channel. There's a couple of ways that you can set it up. First, let's try using it as an extension of the clean channel. So drive all the way down, level up, and then mid scooped. Turning up the mid control actually tightens up the sound. So you get this, you know, somewhat woolly American overdriven tone. And the guitar tone just goes into your face a little more as you turn the mid up. Turning the mid up also transforms the second channel into a different amp voicing, giving you like 2 drastically different tones. Do more drive. going to switch guitars and go with something a little more appropriate for this drive tone. Okay, so this is my restored 63 Gibson Les Paul Custom. It's finally back from the shop, and this will be its debut video. Okay, back to the drive channel. So with humbuckers, you can get a nice smooth tone from the gain channel. And if you need a little more extra bite, you can engage the bright switch. Now, while preparing for this video, I checked out other Sonzera 20 videos here on YouTube. And there are a couple of questions that always pop up in the comments. First up was the noise floor, which was obvious in the initial Sonzera offerings. Now, let's take a listen. I'm going to switch the amp to standby. So yes, there is that noise floor. However, you have to remember that this is an analog all-tube guitar amp. So it's not going to be as quiet or as silent as the newer solid state or digital offerings. And for me personally, I don't mind a little bit of noise. You know, it's rock and roll. It's supposed to be noisy. As long as the noise is not louder than whatever I am playing over it. Once the music starts flowing, then this noise floor is non-existent. In fact, if you listen closely to some landmark recordings, such as Stevie Ray's Riviera Paradise, where he had 3 tube amps, in the very quietest sections, you can hear the tube amps humming in the background as he was playing quietly. And for me, that's a cool thing. It makes everything feel organic. Now, another common question is with regards to the effects loop, which I'm happy to report is nice and transparent. For the jam track in the beginning, I put together a simple pedal board to run through the Sonzera 20. I have a TC Electronic Plethora X3 running through the effects loop for the delay, the chorus, and the tremolo. And I have my signature distortion, the Bad 94 Mini, running into the front of the amp to see how well the Sonzera 20 takes in distortion pedals. So on the jam track, the Shabbat went through the gain channel of the Sonzera 20, while all the leads handled by my Gibson SG used the Bad 94 distortion tone. Okay, clean channel. Bad 94 on. Now for the clean modulated tracks, the Sonzera 20's effects loop translated the effects quite nicely. So all those effects were captured by the Sennheiser E906 recorded straight to PreSonus Studio One. No other post-effects processing. Okay, there you have it. That is the updated PRS Sonzera 20 all-tube guitar amp. Big thanks to PRS for sponsoring this video and for giving me free reign in presenting the Sonzera 20 to all you guys. I look forward to featuring more of their amazing instruments here on my channel. If you dug this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and don't forget to ring that bell. And let me know what you think of the Sonzera 20 in the comment section. Click on an end card to go watch another video, then go grab your guitar and play something. You all know the drill. Practice makes perfecto. Cheers, guys.